Good morning, students. It's Miss Kenji, and I'm here with another wonderful art lesson on op art. Op art is a style of art that creates an optical illusion. When you're looking at the art, it actually looks three-dimensional. It's very exciting. Bridget Riley was the most famous op artist of the time, and she sought energy in the lines and circles that we are soon going to discover ourselves. So for our supplies today, you will need white paper, a nice sharpened pencil, a ruler, and of course our tools, crayons, colored pencils, markers, or whatever it is that you have at home. And now let's look at some beautiful op art pictures. So here is the op art project that we are going to be exploring. And if you can see in the picture, there are several shades of coloring. There is a dark color. There is a gradation of the same color as it gets lighter in the middle. And that's because that's where the light is going to come through. So to begin, we are going to take our ruler, and I'm going to use a Sharpie, and we are just going to draw a line in the middle of our paper. And then we are going to cross it over and make 4 squares. Try your best to make it even. Then we are going to crisscross it in the middle at an angle, and as well on the other side. Now we are going to add another triangle by going to the center in between, as well as over here on this side. We have 6 triangles that we are going to begin to design our op art project. Okay, so let's begin making our pattern. And if you notice, I have numbered each triangle 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's because we're going to put 2 different shapes in the ones, and one different shape in the 1, and then 1 different shape in the 2. And this way, this will keep you on track. So let's start with the 1. We're just going to make a U. And then turn your paper, because it's much easier to get that shape in the same direction by turning your paper like that, okay? And all the number 1s are there. Then we're going to go back and bring it up a little higher. Make sure you go down and up. Get that nice shape. Now, each shape needs to be cohesive with the shape in the next number 1. So in other words, try to keep them in the same order so that when you connect them, they'll all connect easily. All right, go back to number 1, go up here. And number here. All right, see that? So you can start to see that it's starting to look like our finished project. Okay. And we can go up one more time. Turn that paper because you don't want to get confused. You want to stay focused. Okay, there we go. So we have all of number 1 accomplished. Now we're going to do number 2. And number 2 is going to be in the opposite direction of number 1. So it's going to come down and up. But you must connect number 1 here with number 2. See that? Very, very simple. But a beautiful pattern is evolving. I love to do art, and I love to share it with you because it's so relaxing. Sometimes when we do art, we don't have to think about anything else, anything that might be troubling us, or maybe we have a lot to do and we're thinking about being in a hurry. It's just so relaxing. And this one's going to go around. See that? That's why you want to turn your paper. Whenever I do art, it seems like time passes so quickly. Look at that. See how beautiful that is? And we did it together. And now you can see here what we're going to achieve. Okay, we're going to start with number 1. And with number 1, we are going to color the center. So we're going to put our green in 1 there, here, 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 and the last one is here. Okay, so we have the center color. Then we're going to skip 1 space and color in the next space. See that? We're skipping 1 space because for number 2, we're going to color in here. Skip a space and go to the next space. It's a pattern. All right. And the same as we go around. Okay, now for number 2, we are not going to color the center. We are going to color the one behind the center. So I'm just going to take my blue. Okay, and then I will skip this one. Notice that this one is colored, but I'm skipping the one next to it and going to the next section. And all of these sections are dark. They don't have the light yet. We are going to add that light, this aspect of the op art. That's our light. We're going to add that later. All right. And then I'm going to skip this one and go up here at the top. You know, I love art. It's so much fun. It's so relaxing. You know, there's no grades. There's no report card. You know, we're just enjoying ourselves and being creative and expressing our heart and our spirit. And that makes it so much fun. Just kind of like a meditation, very, very peaceful. I'm going to use a crayon to show you how to color in the light. So I'm going to get the same colors that I used with my markers, and I'm going to use green. I think I'm going to use this darker green because it will give me the opportunity to put in some shading. All right, so right here, the side of the next space for my green will be dark. Let me make sure you can see that. I'll just move my camera down a little bit. Okay, so this part is going to be dark. Okay, see that? There's like a little triangle in there. And then I'm going to color lightly, very light, over the center. You see, that is creating the illusion that we have here. And then I'm going to do the next one the same. I'm going to use a dark on the side. I'm going to color very, push down with my crayon on the side. And you do need to use your crayons for this part. So if you'd used a marker or whatever for the first part that we were coloring, make sure you use a crayon or a colored pencil for this aspect of the op art. And then just very lightly go over the middle. And I will do one more. And this is number 1. You see I'm in number 1. And you just take your time because, you know, you don't have to hurry when you're doing art. I just take my time. Some of my paintings might take a month for me to complete. Some of them might take 2 weeks, but I'm never in a hurry. I always give myself plenty of time to express. Also notice that the light is in the middle of each one. So you want to balance out this particular line. And once again, keeping that lighter in the center. You see that? It's starting to take place. Just like here, you see the light is in the middle. Okay, now let's do the blue. So we left the center blank, and now we're going to go back and we're going to create the same pattern. That is dark on the side, dark on this side. Okay, and then lighter in the middle. And you can always go back over to make sure you have that transition from dark to light. And then do the same thing here. Try to angle it a little bit, like we did with the green. You're almost creating a triangle, but you do want to leave it a little bit open down here, okay? And then go across. Pretty simple, huh? Who knew that you could just use this method to get this wonderful pattern? So you see there, we're starting to have that 3-dimensional or that optical illusion with the patterns, and it's so beautiful. All right, students, I'm going to speed up my camera to complete this project, and I'll be back. All right, students, so there you have it, our beautiful optical art with Miss Kenji. I hope you had a wonderful time. So it's so much fun, it's relaxing. Take your time and enjoy your project. And until next time, remember, everyone is an artist.